Hello, this is Mark. I'm going to outline a few key pointers on how to shred fat fast. Using these methods, I was able to shred 20 pounds within a 2-3 week period. I mainly the first thing I focused on was achieving liver health and liver detoxification. The liver is an extremely important organ to filtrate the blood, and without the proper liver function, toxins are filtrated throughout the bloodstream and it causes inflammation. And anytime you have inflammation present within the bloodstream, it causes damage to the outer lining of the blood vessels. And when you have damage to the outer lining of the blood vessels, eventually the cells grow inwardly and it constricts the blood vessels, and then the circulation gets constricted or decreases. And when circulation decreases, your ability to heal decreases. And when that happens, everything gets sluggish, and then you get less oxygen to the brain. And when the brain is not in optimal function, the whole organ system will not be functioning well. So every organ will be degraded, or the effects will be dampened, and each organ will not be able to facilitate optimal functionality, especially the metabolism. And the liver, there's a huge interplay between the liver and the thyroid health. There's a synergistic relation between all the organs. So it's very important to start with the liver to help filtrate the blood, because otherwise the brain cannot function very well. And secondly, I focused on obtaining antioxidants, or a heavy array of antioxidants, such as blueberries, raspberries, all the flavonoids that are present in vegetables. It's very beneficial. When I did shred 20 pounds in 3 weeks, I was actually reducing my carb intake drastically. I mainly consumed apples, berries, whey protein, and eggs and bacon for 2-3 weeks straight. And by utilizing this diet, I was able to shred fat fast. But to keep in mind, everyone will be different, their metabolism will be different. What you want to focus on is filling the deficiencies, or getting rid of any deficiencies within the body, and trying to focus on liver health, because if you optimize the liver functionality, the thyroid and the metabolism will inevitably increase. So you can't expect to shred a lot of fat until you focus on healing any deficiency, or if you have any liver problems or any stagnation in the blood, or if you have poor bile output or through the gallbladder, you're going to have lower metabolism. So it's very important just to balance everything, moderate everything. Don't go overboard on sugars or carbs. The reason I say don't go overboard on sugar and carbs is because fat is a byproduct of the consumption of carbohydrates as well as fats. Triglycerides, as the name implies, it's 3 glycerol molecules, and it's actually combined with the fatty molecule. So anytime you consume excessive fats and carbs, you're going to formulate more triglycerides, and then that's going to cause problems within the body in excess and cause even more inflammation. And also there's a glycogen cycle, which anytime you consume carbohydrates, you're going to get a surge in blood sugar initially, but then when your blood sugar drops, it's because you have glycogen in your liver. There's I believe it's glucagon. It allows the body to convert the glucose into the glycogen from the bloodstream. So then your blood sugar drops off and it goes straight to the liver. And anytime you have a lot of muscle mass, here's the critical point, because when you have more muscle mass, you have a larger glycogen reserve. Your glycogen reserve is a reserve it's an energy reserve. So your brain may need to utilize the energy, your muscles may need to utilize energy, but your brain, it's always like you have the static effect on your brain. You're always whether you're going to school, whether you're working, you're always utilizing your brain in some form, and you're going to consume pretty steady rate of glycogen. However, if you increase your muscle mass, you can actually expend the glycogen. You can eliminate more glycogen from the reserve, so that way you don't go beyond the threshold that your liver can store, because once you go beyond the limit, you store it as fat. So the key is that you want to maximize. Of course, you want to gain muscle mass, or find ways to attain that, or to actually not consume excessive carbohydrates, because Everyone's going to have a different limit, and if you already have a low metabolism, you're going to have a lower limit to begin with. So therefore, even if you consume even 100 grams a day or so forth, you may store excess. So it's definitely important to be aware and cognizant of this, and focus on moderation and just rebuilding your body. Another key pointer to consider with regards to diet is a focus on consuming organic animal or dairy products or any food that is high in fat, because pesticides are fat insoluble, meaning it's stored in the fatty tissue of animals or non-organic fatty products. And that implies that when you consume these non-organic animal products, you're going to have more pesticides that are stored within your fatty tissue, especially the visceral fat that lines the liver. And that could potentially cause damage to the liver, which will hinder its function overall, and then it will lower metabolism indefinitely. So that's not a problem you want to encounter. Another factor is you should consider cardio exercise and resistance training in moderation. Anytime you do cardio, you're going to increase your heart rate. It's going to increase the speed or the rate that the processes or the metabolic functions are occurring, and to speed the overall functionality of the body, which will help burn fat quickly. And then resistance training, by adding more muscle mass, you're increasing the overall demands of the body. So you're going to indirectly burn fat because the body has to speed up to compensate. So yeah, these methods I believe are very beneficial. It's always just good to focus on balance and achieving, getting rid of any deficiencies within the body, regulating hormone balance, ensuring you get enough iodine in your diet, which supports thyroid function. So just follow the natural laws that nature provides. Nature gives us the gift of survival, and we have everything that we can attain in nature to survive and optimize our health in general. We just need to seek outward and gain some more understanding of all the processes, and learn from each other and be open to everyone's perspective. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please make sure to click the like or subscribe button below. I will make additional videos pertaining to fat burning and hormone production and health in general.